Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ada. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you advice on how to maintain your weight while on a lockdown, okay? I know that the lockdown of March 2020, a lot of us gained plenty of weight, and it's weight gain. When you gain it, it takes a long time to get rid of it. It's easy to gain weight, right? But it's hard work to get rid of it. So we want to prevent, okay? Because prevention is better than cure. We don't want to pile on the weight and then start having to work on getting rid of it. So let's try as much as we can to prevent the weight gain in the first place. I know that the pandemic has been around for a while now. It looked like the virus slowed down a little bit for a while, but then because a lot of people did not comply with the vaccination, there's a lot of unvaccinated people who are now getting the new variant of the virus and are spreading it. So it looks like we're going back to square one, which is really sad and scary. So, and because square one was not a good place for anyone. A lot of people lost their lives. Some of us lost relatives, and a lot of us, our lives, our family life, our work life, our social life, everything got disrupted. And, we're all still trying to recover from it. And now it looks like we're going backwards instead of forward, because the virus is spreading again. The hospitals are filling up again. I have a lot of people in my life that work in the hospitals, and I'm hearing a lot of sadness is going on there because a lot of people are coming there with the virus, and it looks like a lot of those people were not vaccinated. So it looks like we are in trouble again. By God's grace, it's not gonna get as bad as it once was. We do not pray for that, because that was a horrible time, right? So now we want to prevent the weight gain that a lot of us gained during that first round of the lockdown, where everything got shut down. Stores, restaurants, schools, everything just got shut down. It's like our nation was on standstill. We don't want it to get that bad again. But in case it does get that bad and we have to completely lock down, no more gym, because back then it was like the gyms were closed. Couldn't go to the gym. If you depended on the gym to exercise and lose weight, it wasn't happening anymore. It was all closed. But thank God, they have reopened now with precautions. So, we have to wear our mask when we go there. So if everyone will comply, then by God's grace, we can actually get rid of this virus. But for the meantime, let's assume that things are gonna be bad. So how do we prevent us from piling on so much weight? Because like I said, once that weight piles up, it's very easy to pile it up. But once it piles up, it's hard to lose it. So that's why we need to know what to do, know how to prevent getting so big in the first place. So this is what I suggest, and this is what I do. This is what I did during the first round of the lockdown. All right, so take walks. All right, I started off taking walks in the neighborhood. Like before the pandemic, I had access to the gym, like many of us did. But then once the gym closed and we were not allowed there anymore, I had to find new ways to exercise and still keep fit. And exercise is good for you, not just for physical fitness, but also for your mental status. There are some hormones that are released when you actually exercise, and it's a feel-good hormone. You feel good when you do exercise. So I suggest that you take walks, and walking is a very good exercise that helps you to burn calories. You actually lose a lot of abdominal fat when you walk. So taking walks in the neighborhood is a good thing. I remember when there was that lockdown, I used to take walks in the neighborhood. It started off good. I would see people when I take walks, but then after a while, it seemed like the lockdown meant for most people to just stay inside their house. Because after a while, when I took walks, I didn't see anybody in the neighborhood anymore. I mean, it was so quiet, as if nobody lived in the neighborhood anymore. It seemed like everybody moved out, because it used to be busy in the evening time, taking walks. You would run into neighbors, come across them, they're taking their walks or they're walking their dog, and you're taking your walk or jogging, people jogging. But after a while, it just became like dead quiet. I'm like, did people just move out of this entire neighborhood? Because I don't run into anybody anymore when I take my walks. So that explains why a lot of people gained weight, because it looks like people took the lockdown as just stay home, just stay inside the house all the time. And that's not what it is. It's a lockdown as in you can't go to the stores, you can't, you can still go to some stores, wear a mask, but you can't go to the gym, you can't go to school physically, you can't go to many places physically, church, but it doesn't say that you can't take a walk. You can take a walk. If you're that paranoid, you can wear a mask when you take your walk. But, outdoors, you don't really need a mask. But if you're really afraid, that you might run into somebody when you're taking a walk, then you can wear a mask to protect yourself. But you can still take walks, guys. Walking is very good for you. So that is the number one thing that I recommend. You can burn a lot of calories by simply just walking the neighborhood. And we all live in a neighborhood. That is something that is free for all, as long as you live somewhere, you have access to the streets to take a walk. And so so that's one thing you can do. You can also walk around in your house, depending on how spacious your house is. If you have a good sized yard, you can just walk around your yard several times. That's exercise right there. You're not only burning calories, but you're moving your joints. And if you don't move your joints, you're gonna become stiff, and stiffness can cause illness and all that. So it is good to just move around, or if you don't have a yard space and you have like a house that has a good size, you can just walk around inside the house, back and forth. That's a form of exercise. Or if you have a house that has a staircase, you can go up and down the stairs as well, and several times. And that will get your heart rate going, it will get your joints moving, and all of those calories burned count. And also eat less, okay? The obvious. Eat less, because you're not using so much energy, because it takes energy to get up and get ready and go somewhere, go to work, go to the store, go to church, go to all of these places that we used to get up and go, right? But if you're not doing all of that anymore, you're not burning those calories. So those calories are just sitting with you. So to not pile up those calories so much, you need to eat less to reduce your intake. So if like for me, I used to eat 3 square meals a day. But if I'm not going anywhere anymore, then I don't need to eat 3 times. I don't need to eat 3 full meals. I would just, most of the time I just ate breakfast, a little something for breakfast, and then dinner, right? I would skip a meal, because I'm not hungry. I'm not doing much, right? So, and if you are hungry, you can eat a snack, or snack on fruit and some vegetables in the house, and drink plenty of water, because when you drink a lot of water, you feel full. So you can fill yourself up with different little snacks, different little vegetables, fruits, and you know, so that you're not having to eat 3 heavy meals in a day that you don't need because you're not burning a lot of calories anymore. All right, so yeah, so those are the things that you can do to maintain your weight. All right, so that you're not gaining a whole lot of weight while on lockdown, because a lot of people complained about weight gain while on lockdown. So that's why I wanted to share this video with you to help you guys figure out how to maintain your weight while on a lockdown in the case that we become locked down completely again. I don't pray for that. I don't hope for that. But I've heard a lot of things going on in the hospital. The cases are getting bigger, and even some employment places are, you know, going back to work from home. And so I hope that it doesn't come back down to schools closing, the gyms closing, restaurants closing, all of those places closing. I hope it doesn't come down to that. But, you know, it's good to have a game plan in case it does, so that you know what to do. You know how to maintain your weight, so that at the end of all of this, we're not all ballooned up and then trying to work on our weight loss. Okay? So, yeah, that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful to you. If it is, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can get more tips like this, okay? All right, have a blessed day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.